Hi there, my name is Aitan Ilyasaki, and I am one of the licensed professional counselors and life coach here with Naya Clinics. Today, I will be talking to you about 10 tips to improve your self-esteem. Have you been feeling unmotivated lately and doubting your ability to get things done? Have you noticed yourself being critical, focusing on your negative qualities and the things that you need to fix or the things that you need to improve? Do you struggle to speak up about your needs and your wants? Is it hard for you to accept compliments, or do you think others are better than you? Do you find yourself comparing yourself to others, what they have and what you don't have? If you noticed any of these, you may be suffering from low self-esteem. Self-esteem is the thoughts and beliefs that we have about ourselves. Our self-esteem is shaped by what we think we're worth and how much value we place on ourselves. Our self-esteem develops based on the meaning that we make about ourselves throughout the experiences that we lived growing up. Having a healthy self-esteem means we're living our values. We love and accept ourselves for who we are. We recognize our strength. We take initiative and we accomplish goals. We exercise our creative side, and we're confident in our ability to do anything that we want. On the other hand, low self-esteem has consequences, including but not limited to impaired performance, procrastination, increased stress, anxiety and depression, cynicism, problems in relationships, and increased susceptibility to alcohol and drug use. In other words, low self-esteem deteriorates our quality of life. So today, I will give you 10 tips to improve self-esteem. Tip number 1, do not say negative things about yourself. When you say negative things about yourself to you or to others, you're enforcing your belief that they are indeed true. Pay extra attention to that voice inside your head. What is it telling you on a day-to-day basis? Do you hear, "I can never do it right," or "I knew that it wouldn't work"? If so, how does that influence the way that you feel about yourself? Most likely you won't feel so good about yourself. Practice positive self-talk instead and see how it influences the way that you feel. Instead of saying, "I can never do it right," try to switch that thought and think, "I can do it right," or "I can do it." And instead of thinking, "I knew it wouldn't work," think, "I knew it would work," or "there's a way to make it work." Tip number 2, speak up assertively about your needs. In many cases, if we are not being assertive about our needs, we're either being passive or aggressive in the way that we're communicating our needs. And neither one of those is an effective way to communicate or get us what we need. Being passive is when we don't say anything at all. We keep holding in our frustrations and our unmet needs, suppressing our emotions, hoping that they would just vanish or that they would just go away, until eventually we realize they're not going anywhere. The more we keep them in, the more they build up, until eventually we explode and we communicate aggressively. Communicating our needs in a passive or aggressive way may leave us unfulfilled and unsatisfied. Communicating our needs assertively means being honest, clear, direct, respectful, and considerate of ourselves and of others, those that we're communicating to. Communicating assertively has much more success in leaving us feeling fulfilled and satisfied. Tip number 3, accept compliments. Do you notice yourself shy away when someone gives you a compliment? Struggling to accept a compliment is a sign of low self-esteem. It's a sign that our opinions of ourselves is not good and we're not worthy of being complimented. For example, if someone says, "You're beautiful," or "You did such a great job, man," don't reply with, "Oh, I look like crap," or I did so bad, dude. Did you see that?" Instead, try to answer back to that compliment by saying thank you. Let yourself experience what it feels like to believe the compliments that come your way. After all, everybody is entitled to their own opinion. Tip number 4, reward yourself often. The more you reward yourself for doing what you want to do, the more your brain associates that behavior with a reward. This builds motivation in keeping consistency and accomplishing your goals. Rewarding yourself is more likely to get you to instill those new habits than pushing yourself for not sticking to them. Remember, when you were a kid and when you did something good or something right, you got a sticker or a piece of candy. Now think of a reward system for yourself to keep it going. Tip number 5, stop comparing yourself to others. Usually, when we compare ourselves with others, it's because we think the other person has something better. We think the other person has something better than what we have, or we want something they have that we don't have. In either circumstances, we're thinking negatively about ourselves, which is detrimental to our self-esteem, because we're either thinking about something somebody else has or something that we don't have. Tip number 6, recognize your accomplishments. Remind yourself of all the things you've accomplished, all the things you are proud of, and all the things that you identify with. Maybe you just graduated or decided to go back to school. Maybe you're starting your own business or got a new job. Whatever you view in your life as an accomplishment, make a list of them so that you can see how much you've accomplished. Tip number 7, look your best. Dressing up and wearing your favorite outfit is a great way to boost your self-esteem. Put on your favorite shirt and pants or your favorite dress. Get a fresh haircut or a trim. Notice how you feel and how your mood changes. Try putting on a shirt that you love that you haven't worn for a while. Whether that's because you haven't needed to wear it for a while because of working from home in the pandemic, or whether you just haven't worn it in a while. Put on that shirt and observe, how are you feeling while you're wearing one of the most pieces of clothing that you love? Tip number 8, improve your personal living space. Decluttering is one way to improve your living space. Also, making your home a comfortable place for you, having comfortable furniture, decorations that you like, or things that uplift you. Piece of you that makes your place feel like home. Colors that influence your calmness or productivity. Smells that leave you feeling refreshed. Tip number 9, try new experiences. I can't stress this one enough. Trying new experiences is the best way to grow because it gets you out of your comfort zone. The more you get out of your comfort zone, the more you grow and the more you actually expand that comfort zone. Trying new experiences challenges, and it equips you to handle uncertainty with confidence. The more you're exposed to unfamiliar situations, the more that you're exposed to new experiences, the more equipped you are to take on those new experiences. Tip number 10, have realistic expectations for yourself. Slow down and reflect on how much you're actually doing. Think of everything that you are currently doing for work, for your family, for your friends, and for yourself. Are you taking on too much work? Are you taking on too much responsibility? Could you be expecting a lot from yourself that you're actually setting yourself up for failure? Try to rethink your expectations and think in a more realistic way, a way that would help you set yourself up for success. So there you have it. These are the 10 tips to help you improve your self-esteem. To recap, tip number 1 is don't say anything negative about yourself. Tip number 2, speak up assertively about your needs. Tip number 3, accept compliments. Tip number 4, reward yourself often. Tip number 5, stop comparing yourself to others. Tip number 6, recognize your accomplishments. Tip number 7, look your best. Tip number 8 is improve your personal living space. Tip number 9 is try new experiences. And tip number 10 is have realistic expectations of yourself. So there you have it. Those are the top 10 tips to improve your self-esteem. If you notice yourself struggling, a mental health professional can be helpful in guiding you through exploring the roots of low self-esteem further and learning healthier ways to improve it. Thank you so much.